Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will tell you about Metaverse DNA. First, we can go to the homepage of this Metaverse DNA at mvsdna.com. This is network architecture delivering a next-generation, secure, scalable, decentralized, and interoperable dual-chain protocol. There are 5 components of next-generation blockchain. They are identity, security, performance, interoperability, and oracles. About performance, the DNA chain delivers an exponentially faster throughput with greater transactions per second, providing a platform for powerful smart contracts and decentralized applications without bottlenecks, congestions, or skyrocketing fees. About identify, the Metaverse avatar is an on-chain digital identifier capable of owning assets and participating in smart contracts or decentralized exchange. Unlike identity data stored in traditional systems, the Metaverse avatar only reveals information when authorized by the users. Interoperability. DNA is designed as a standard to be employed on other public blockchains seeking to benefit from the scalability it offers. The standardization brings with it the potential for cross-chain app support and enhanced developer cooperation. About security, the DNA chain deals a purpose-built delegated proof of stake consensus mechanisms in combination with a Metaverse-based trade hybrid model. This radically increases complexity for would-be attackers while rewarding honest participants. Oracles. Real-world data is bought on-chain by decentralized intermediary oracles. Whether market price, spot research, or the status of a shipment, oracles deliver of information that make smart contracts truly smart. Advanced features. The first is delegated proof of stake. DNA feature pre-built lightning channels between 23 supernodes and 529 regular nodes. If participants have an open channel with any of the nodes, they will enjoy lightning-fast transactions and minimal fees. Integrated lightning channels. The DPoS consensus algorithm allows all users to participate in network security regardless of token holdings and technical experience. An unlimited number of nodes can delegate their staking power and receive their fair portion of block rewards in return. This is the DNA token ETP security DNA high TPS about transaction and cross-chain. This is the roadmap. In June 16th, Metaverse white paper published. February 7th, Metaverse ETP mainnet launch enabling digital access. June 18. Supernova update introducing digital identities. March 19. Pillars of creation, the update hybrid consensus algorithm. May 19. Dual network architecture announced. December 19. DNA testnet. March 20. DNA managed. June 20. Decentralized exchange. And October 20. Virtual machines and smart contracts. About the governance, the DNA chain is governed entirely by the community, rewarding all participants for their roles in the network. Supernodes, regular nodes, and trinodes. Supernodes are elected or replaced by consensus among regular nodes and make decisions on any protocol chain to the DNA blockchain. Regular nodes, careful copies of the Metaverse and DNA blockchain, and validate blocks to earn rewards. They can accept delegation from trinodes and return their proportion of reward. Trinodes do need to maintain full copies of the blockchain and can delegate their staking power to regular nodes to generate rewards. We can watch DNA in the news in Democosmic Block Manatee Yahoo Finance. This is more information about DNA white paper, DNA logo, Metaverse white paper, and Metaverse logo. DNA Medium blog. We can contact with email, Twitter, and Facebook. This is introduced about Metaverse DNA. The next is Supernodes election rules. DNA Supernodes election rules. 1. Election circle and reduction circle. The total amount of DNA used is about 62.5 billion DNA, and each election circle is 16 days, with 2,764,800 blocks. The reduction circle refers to the reward reduction of each block after 6 election cycles, 96 days, about 3 months. Reward reduction occurs approximately every 3 months, so the number of DNA released every 3 months will decrease in the first 4 reduction cycles, which is approximately 1 year. There will be 3 reactions. The reduction coefficients are 0.8, 0.85, and 0.9, respectively, with a total of approximately 13.1 billion DNA released. After the 4 reactions, the coefficient will be fixed at 0.95, adding up to 49.3 billion, and a final total is 62.5 billion. 2. Voting rules and voting rewards. Each DNA corresponds for 1 vote, and each voting right can only be used for 1 candidate. The DNA used for voting will be automatically locked and can be used for trading. Supporters can choose to lock their votes for a candidate's node in the future election. The calculation of vote is based on the voter-weighted contribution. The following table shows the trends in the contribution coefficient for 8 consecutive voting cycles, and contribution coefficient will remain as 1.5 after the 8th period. For example, voter A will share the reward of the total pool according to his and her own contribution proportion. Suppose voter A gave 1 million votes for DNA, and the total pool of voters contribute 4 billion votes. If the total reward of the current election is 500 million, and the reward that I get is as follows. We can see at the bottom. 3. Reward distribution. In each election cycle, 10% of the blocked reward will be distributed as a fixed reward for the 23 supernodes divided equally. The remaining 90% of the block reward will be based on the contribution value of 23 supernodes plus 20 candidate nodes, and will be distributed as a dynamic reward. The dynamic reward is distributed in proportion to the number of votes and each node in the election cycle. Within a supernode, a minimum retention of 20% and maximum of 60% is allowed to each node, and remaining will be distributed to voters accordingly. If the candidate node fails to be elected, the vote deposit will not return, but will receive an allotted 80% of the dynamic reward. Example 1. Suppose the total reward in the current election is 700 million. Node A elected as a supernode. Contribution value of the node is 4.3%, and the retention rate of the node is 20%. The rewards of the node is as follows. Fixed reward. Fixed reward by node A and DNA amount 3,043,478. Dynamic reward as what? Example 2. Suppose the total reward in the current election is 700 million. Node B is elected as a supernode. Contribution value of the node is 4.3%, and the retention rate of the node is 60%, and the rewards of the node is as follows. We can see the rewards of the node by the example here. Next, example 3. Suppose the total reward in the current election is 700 million. Node C is not elected as a supernode. Contribute value of the node is 4.3%, and the proportion of votes is to each node is 40% of the total votes. The rewards of the node is as follows. Total dynamic rewards is 23,556,522. 4. Election process period 1st to 40th day. The rules for the supernodes. Modifying reward allocation. Supernodes can modify the nodal allocation coefficient for the next period during the current period. The most common coefficient is not for nodes is 80% and cannot be modified beyond a 5% scope. Public announcement of distribution rules. After modification, it will be updated to the official website and cannot be changed until the first day of the next election cycle. Period 16th day. Round A election. Only the voters logged in the previous periods can choose to unlock, change to a supernode, and continue to log the current nodes, or do not operate, and the log will be automatically renewed in round A. The first 19 of the 23 supernodes will move on a shelf in round B. The last 4 nodes will move into round B as an elimination round. From 16th day, round B election, all supporters are allowed to vote on candidate nodes can accept votes. Those 19 candidate nodes will compete for the top 4, and the top 19 will campaign to ensure their advantage in the next round of elections. Election results will be announced at the end of the day. Round A selects 19 supernodes and round B selects 4 supernodes, and the votes of other candidate nodes will also be announced. 5. Early bird plan. The period, time, and rules. First, warranty period. Total of 8 days from 13 of December 2019 to 20 of December 2019. 1. Nodes that meet both conditions below will be warranted to be supernodes, at least 160 million DNA votes. Be the first 11 nodes to certify the first condition. 2. Warranty period will end on 20 December 2019. Recording is due to checking on the website. 3. The warranted nodes will continue in the election rankings. Election period, total 8 days. 1. Elect the remaining supernodes based on the number of votes in chronological order. 2. If the remaining candidates have more votes than the warranted nodes, the warranted node will still be ranked according to the number of votes. Announce result, total 3 days, 29 December to 31st December 2019. 1. Rank and announce the list of 23 supernodes. 2. Based on the votes of the elected nodes, distribute the rewards to the corresponding voters. Reward distribution. 15th January 2020. Set the rewards distribution according to the ranking and the rewards distribution of each elected nodes. That's all about DNA supernodes election rules. If you have any question, please comment under my video. Thanks for watching and listening. Goodbye.